A lot of bodyguards here for Gio, a lot of bodyguards for this very difficult to kill Ryze anyways. I think the call to ban the Cassiopeia made a ton of sense. Banning the Anivia a little bit less so, but it fits the same sort of identity of, okay, we need some more scaling damage than just this Varus.
Gio just needs to be in good position and keep getting these auto attacks down into the front line. That's all he really needs to do. And he does have a Cassante to hit in order to do that, as DRX are looking for the first dragon. And there is a control ward here in the back of the pit, but it's not going to be enough to get DK in there. As we illustrated earlier, not exactly the most fun matchup for the Ryze, but he's farming okay.
Krubs will go over here to Dplus without a hitch. Rich obviously having the later back and then have the teleport is just going to be behind the curve here. They don't have mid prio. So this is a big win. Dragon went over to DRX. We don't know what Dragon it's going to be just yet. Cloud Soul would be pretty insane for both compositions, but I think for DRX especially, because they have the Sivir Olaf time. As unfortunately for Gio did not quite finish his call, but he has enough to get the Essence Reaver first item. So I guess it doesn't matter really too much.
Yep, Blackfire Torch is done here for Showmaker, as well as Rich and Shu fighting once again. There's the Dominus popped from this Renekton, cutting down. The Cassante gets under the turret, all out, but that just takes Rich out. That's first blood over to the Crocodile.
Some longevity here to scale with the Sivir, but frankly, with the control they have over Dragon, I don't think they need it. Rich is just going to take TP advantage and walk back, and Andil can hold the door.
Well, there's the teleport to come through. Smash buys some shoes. There's the Drake take. As DRX are looking for a little bit more. Chains of Corruption go wide once again. And it's a Cloud Soul Wolf, like you were talking about.
At least force Rich to flash. As Lucid, where are you going?
Oh dear. He's going to have to spell shield something, as Showmaker looking to move his way over, but there is a Realm Warp, and that should be a dead Nocturne. Down he will go, but there's a Piercing Arrow, as the Olaf is going to be traded. Now, Korea moving in. There is going to be the Keeper's Verdict to get rid of Smash. But
Gio is Sivir, so he's like, I've got mid prio.
Well, maybe he may not have his life, is the problem, as Spell Shield's fantastic. Korea finds the Flash Bulb to take down the Sivir, and you blink and you miss it.
I guess so.
Just being removed. Andil has to flash. That's going to get him out of there, and the top laners are in the bottom lane. Thank you, Jonas Strong, for that one. As Rift Herald is just going to be taken here by DK. I don't think there's a lot DRX can do.
Yeah, I like the idea of clearing the wave and trying to collapse there, but he went pretty deep as Willer is going to show up.
Yeah, Yukal on a flank angle as well, as we've got a teleport getting them behind DK. I think DRX may have just got themselves a Rift Herald based on that play. And Wolf, you said it before, the macro from DRX is just being good. Fight gets a big old shield. As Rich just happy for a trade of ultis. Chains of Corruption once again thrown out just for fun, as Andil likely to be dead, but does get to keep his verdict down. The Arcane Storm is going to be enough though, and down goes the Poppy. Whether he really minds too much about that.
Showmaker is just trapped in the bottom lane, and this is now a 5v4, and they get prio on the Dragon. Slow and steady wins the race here for DRX, although Andil a bit far forward.
Yeah, Showmaker moving over, and DK, I mean, they're going to give up Cloud Soul point. Keeper's Verdict is going to not quite work out here, as the Realm Warp is very aggressive. It delivers the Poppy, and they get on top of Showmaker. He's blown up in an instant. And now DK, can they still win the fight? That's the question. As DRX, they just rebuild the Phalanx. And DK, I don't know whether you want to take this one, as the Piercing Arrows are flying in. Lucid wants to get that damage through. Shiu is a monster in this game as he goes all out, takes out the Poppy, but then has to flash to get himself out of the way. Now, Gio, I don't know about that one, buddy. That is too far, as now Smash can walk up to take down Rich, and DK delivered a team fight on a silver platter.
Yeah, I'm not going to say I'm not sure. I'm going to say I am sure, which is what you were saying essentially.
Yes.
That was not the play there from Gio, who does now put together his Flicker Blade. Dplus are going to put together a Baron. And yeah, that maybe just slow play that one. It was so beautiful how they slow played the lead up, the secure on the Dragon, the front to back, and then suddenly Gio was like, I'm full build. It's like, no. Actually, it's not game 2.
Please. Yeah, no, he in melee range as a Sivir is not really what you want to be doing. And now DK are going to very comfortably take this Baron 21 minutes into the game.
The way they played everything else in that fight was brilliant, and I was about to sing their praises, like, wow, okay, they miraculously were able to wrestle prio away, they kept Showmaker out.
Yeah, and they get the Dragon.
It's like, okay, I got soul point, which is valuable if we can survive this Baron and everything else. It's a 5,000 gold lead here again for Dplus now. The Varus 2K ahead.
Yeah. And he's got Cyrilda's done as Career is going to interrupt the blast cone there as Rich moves his way over. Smash cannot actually enter the fight as finally he hits an ultimate at least as the paranoia, but the delivery onto Andil as he takes a buckler to the head and dies. That is just Lucid down, but you can see these health bars on DRX are very low.
Force this dragon without backing, but that back timing is going to allow DRX to set up here. Poppy with ultimate back online, the exhaust is set up. This is a tough fight for Dplus here.
Oh man, Smash needs to be really careful because Willa, if he just runs at them, he can really do some damage. As there's a Realm Warp, they're looking to try and single out Showmaker, but there's a Paranoia to make them all blind as Shiu is fighting Rich on the top end of the fight. Now Ando going down so incredibly low. Jiu flashes over the wall. Shiu might be taken out here as Yukal has joined the fight, but Ando's also going to go down, and now Lucid gets on top of Jiu, but Jiu just evaporates him. The amount of damage from this Arcane Storm, though, just ludicrous as DK still have carries to spare, and the Pulverize connects. No more Steadfast presence because Andal is down, and DRX are going to get routed.
I mentioned in the draft very briefly that Spell Shield interaction with Alistair. It's just not great for Sivir because it just hasn't spawned.
Yeah.
And won't be for a while if they keep getting dragons, obviously, so...
And they want to be denying the soul because otherwise they won't win team fights because Gio is just going to sprint around way too fast after pressing his ultimate button as we've got a bit of an all-in here towards the bottom side. Rich's Sterix helping him out very nicely as the Realm Warp is going to make it unfair, but there is the Paranoia as well. Rich having to flash his way out as Yukal, he has decided he is fully committing to trying to kill this Cassante, and unfortunately, Showmaker will say no.
I think the call from Rich was Realm Warp on this. Just not going to call Worth on this one for DRX. The ultimate for Yukal is down, which has been one of their biggest tools in team fights as well. The dragon spawning in 1 minute's time, and they're going to have 0 prio for it.
Man, Showmaker is making Victor look broken in this game.
It's pretty crazy what he's been able to do. The call to go to Baron or not, is that the right or wrong call? I just don't think there is a call. Like, they have to give this dragon, and they can't do Baron in time. So Dplus get this dragon for free and put themselves on 2 Drakes. Again, still super far away from Soul, but it's a free win. Poppy, support Poppy, but your lethality bars doesn't
trying to
scare
back on a ward. There's a teleport in as well as in goes the Olaf. He does get exhausted, but he doesn't look that tired to me. As the all-out comes through, Shiu lasts a little bit longer than you'd expect, but with the Ragnarok running resistance as well, so the Undertow spam is not as powerful.
They have pretty strong turn with this Nocturne. I'm not sure why they're not just putting people on Dragon.
Oh, well, Realm Warp is going to deliver them into the backline. There's a flash out from Smash as Lucid just trying to get on top of the Sivir. She gets feared, and now Shiu is looking to try and get in. The Guardian Angel is going to get popped as Shiu is out of the, somewhat threat range, as well as down very low as well. And oh no! Career is just left to be a stake. As now Showmaker gets flashed on by Rich. He needs to run quick. He does have the tools to do so, but unfortunately, it's not enough. As Smash is now the only damage that's left. Shiu trying to keep them interested. As Smash getting a little bit frightened as Rich, great sidestep and really good ward that was positioned there beforehand. There's the all-out, but Shiu just says good night to Andil with it. Finds the Q onto Rich there as well, and he's now looking for the extra damage, but Yukal puts him in prison and takes him down.
Shiu's back here. Smash needs to be very careful about sticking around of the pit from the outside before they go for this. This is a bit disastrous here for DRX. There's the Paranoia.
This ward as well. Yeah, the Paranoia goes down there looking to try and kill Rich, but Smash has to move into melee range, and he's going to get wiped out. Now Lucid in a lot of trouble. The headbutt to try and save the jungler, but it's just going to be Korea once again being turned into mincemeat, and DRX just keep winning.
Oh man, Atlas, this is one of those games where, I mean, I've been saying the whole series long, but DRX are like, this is the bar. Already over. And this is DRX taking Cloud Soul and Baron.
Oh my goodness. It's now 5.5 minutes until the Elder Dragon spawns. DRX, they have confirmed tempo vibes.
See if they can punish him, or if he's just going to be able to get away. He doesn't have Realm Warp, but he doesn't need it.
Great vision control here as well, as Lucid standing on a ward this entire time is actually going to get chased down by Willa here momentarily.
So much goal on the map here for DRX, and stronger at every passing moment.
Yeah, now Rich, 18. Yeah, Rich able to walk up, and so now Shiu could be in a little bit of trouble, mitigates a bit of the CC. But even the Crocodile, man, level 20 on this Renekton. It's a very scary time for DK, because after this, if they don't win this game, they're staring down the barrel of match point for DRX. As now Lucid looking to try and start this fight onto Yukal, but he is very scary right now. Level 18.
There's no follow-up.
Willa does get his CC removed, but doesn't actually have to use his Ragnarok to do so, as now Shiu is possibly going to get taken down. He gets exhausted. He lasts a while, but he is eventually taken out, and the inhibitor goes down as well. Man, the gold advantage that has been built here by DRX is massive. 6,000 on the Rebel Baron power play, and that is only going to go up as they take another inhibitor turret. And DK, I mean, what are they supposed to do? DRX just have all the answers.
Yeah, they really do. Here's the TP in from Rich. They're looking to end the game right now.
Keeper's Verdict is not going to push them all that far, as the Pulverize does not anything at all. From Korea, there is no follow-up, and Rich dives forward. Showmaker still able to do a fair bit of damage here, but he gets taken out. The ricochets tear through DK, and DRX will move to match point.
These were some of the best highlights from today's matchup. Which moment was your favorite? Let me know in the comment section below. This is OP, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.